Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me. My name is Linda. I'm also known as the Psychic Pinup, and I will be here for the next hour doing readings, general chit-chat, discussions on spiritual things. So hit me up with it. Let me just make sure I've got all my little settings all set right before we get started. Okay, there's just some pinned comments there about the magazine, the Spiritual Events magazine. Okay, just making sure that's all in check there. So thank you for joining me. Those who are familiar with the way I work, you know that I do ask if you can like and share this live feed, and just pop that comment there in the comments section that you have liked and shared, along with your questions and or discussions. Now, as you know, I do like to mix it up a little bit with my live feeds here. I try not to do a whole hour of readings. I aim for everybody to get something out of my live feeds when I do come on. So that is why I'm open to discussions about psychic development, mediumship development as well. So feel free to ask me questions about that. As you know, again, if you're familiar with how I work, I am a psychic, I am a medium. It's two different things. And a psychic is somebody who will tap into your energy and sees what's going on around you, past, present, and possible future. A medium is somebody who will connect with past loved ones and brings messages through. Okay, I try to steer clear of the mediumship readings on these live feeds only because there is a lag. And from me doing when I say something to the camera, it's about another 30 seconds before you will hear it or see it. And I like to get instantaneous feedback when I do my mediumship readings, only for the validations before I move on to the next bit of evidence that I do have, or before I do give out any messages with that. So that's the reason why I do steer clear of it a little bit. Saying that, if there is spirit here, I will most definitely bring them through, but it's not something I actively go out and look for when I do these live feeds. Also, understand that I do not answer medical or legal questions here on the live feeds either. So please just be mindful of that when you do ask me questions. I do prefer to work with direct questions. So again, please don't ask me for what do I see, or can I have a card, or what can you see coming up, anything like that, or a general. I prefer to work with direct questions as well, only because I can get through a lot more questions during the live feed. I try to get through to as many of you as possible during this hour. Also, I do not go in the order of the questions that come in. I am drawn by spirit as to who needs readings as well. So please do not be offended if I do not read you this afternoon. It's just gone 1 p.m. here in Sydney, so wherever you are in the world, I do welcome you. If I do not get to you this afternoon, I am on again this evening at 8 p.m. So it will be 7 hours from when you are seeing this, watching this, wherever you are in the world. I will be on again at 8 p.m. Sydney time. And I'll say try your luck again there if I miss you today. Okay, so let me have a look, see how many of you are on here. So as I said, I do ask that you like and share the live feed. Let's get it out there. I am broadcasting to a number of platforms this afternoon. Our Spiritual Events Directory, my main page, which is the Psychic Pinup. I am streaming to YouTube as well as a couple of other pages. So I do encourage you to go on over to my main page, which is the Psychic Pinup. It just means I've got more of a chance of me seeing you on there as well. I am looking at a third-party platform broadcast here, so it's to amalgamate all the comments into one area, but sometimes they get missed, and I know that it's not until later on I'm not seeing comments. So that's why I ask, go on over to the main page of the psychic pinup, I've got more of a chance because I've got my phone going here as well, which means I can see the comments coming up on the psychic pinup at the same time. Okay, but anyway, welcome if you're new. And welcome back if you are a regular. So I've got here, who have I got here? Laurie, Deb, hello. Taya, Tracy, hello. Anne-Marie, hello. Ward, hello. Victoria, hey. Princess Unapologetic, Sophia, I like that. Hey, Tammy, hello. Bridget, hello. You know what? I'm hearing that word quite a lot, unapologetic lately, and I think that's great because I've decided that this year is going to be all about that for me, and it's not me trying to change the way I do things to make people happy. This year is all about me. And that's why I'm going to say to you guys too, make it all about you as well. This year for me is all about boundaries, setting boundaries, and not being sorry for the way that I am, and making me happy. Okay, so I'm going to put it out there. What are you doing for this year? What are you changing about yourself for this year? Already, I can feel so many changes going on around me, personally, my personal life, and the way that I interact with people. And I'm going back. I am starting back work tomorrow for my private readings. So tomorrow's the first day for me back on board with private readings. And again, I'm going to be handling my readings a little bit differently in terms of people this year as well. I'm quite busy, all right, as right now because I've even started. And so I need to streamline a few things over the next couple of months. But I'm just interested to know. So Tammy's saying, make yourself happy, just do you. Okay. Hello, Libby from Young. How are you? And so thank you for liking and sharing, Tammy. And Iva, hello, thank you for joining me. Cosmic, hello, thank you. No, so I've spent most of my life trying to doing things just to keep people happy, and then I've realised it actually makes me unhappy or puts me out, and it's things that I'm not really wanting to do, and I'm not getting satisfaction. So this year, I'm going to make it all about me. So there's a lot of lessons for me to be learning this year. I guess that's what Spirit's wanting me to learn this year. It's all very interesting. Challenges, I know there's going to be challenges ahead for that as well, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with that as well. So, Bridget, you're saying you're working on communicating your needs. Yeah, see, that's the hard thing because we've been conditioned to not overstep boundaries or to not ruffle feathers with people and to keep the peace. How many times do we hear that? Just keep the peace. And I just see a lot of changes that is going to be happening around this year, and I'm really quite excited. Tammy said it's all about lessons as well. Totally, totally. Okay, so who else have we got on here? Well, let me see. Michaela, hello. Shakti, hello. I'm very well, thank you, Shakti. I hope you're okay as well. Thank you for joining me. And Ward, you're saying you're moving on, becoming more and more true with yourself. Beautiful. And do the things you like to do and not what others expect you to do. Totally. Totally. The thing is, what's going to happen this year, and I just want you to all be prepared for this because there will be challenges put in place for you this year. And when you start doing a lot of these things for yourself, yes, you're going to ruffle feathers, but at the same time, I'm seeing this as a bonus because we're raising our vibration. And a lot of the times, when they say like attracts like, we're sitting in a certain level here, and that's the people that we are attracting. And if it is, if it makes some people unhappy and annoyed with you, and they drop off, so be it. It doesn't mean that you're going to hate the person or you no longer speak to them. You're just not resonating with them anymore and operating on that vibration level. But the beauty of this is you're going to be attracting new people in as well. So what I'm getting at is don't be scared Do not be scared of doing you and making you happy because you're going to be attracting people in of that same level that you're wanting to vibrate at. And it's very important. You need to keep reminding yourself of that. Maybe even write an affirmation down about that as well. So who else have we got? Let me just scroll down here. So Tony, you've been reflecting on your life and writing in your journal. And again, I encourage people to write in journals. I still write in my journals, and I've been doing this now for 5 years. Turning things around into positive and really loving who I am now. Not regretting the past, but learning from it. Beautiful. Moving on. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. Can't help it when you're an empath. This is from Michaela. I never think. Okay, so you're saying you're having problems because you're an empath. We're all empaths. Okay, and this is learning to switch off and learning to say no and learning about boundaries. Okay, and again, I'm going to say it's not going to be an easy task, but it's baby steps, one thing at a time. What else have we got here? Deb Martin says it all starts with you. Totally. It all starts with you. So, Libby, thank you. Big changes for you this year. I'm sorry I'm going to miss out getting a reading on with you on the 21st when I come to Young. Look, honey, I mean, yes, I'll be there next weekend, but I will be back again regularly. Before we went into second COVID lockdown, I was going out there quite regularly, like every 6 weeks. And I do plan on going back and doing that this year. But also, pop in your diary. I don't know if you're already aware of this, but the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo will be there at the end of June. I think it's the 26th of June at what do you call it, the Services Club there. So pop that in your diary if you haven't already done that, just to let you know. But I will be out there with that, definitely, along with some other amazing psychics and mediums. What else have we got here? All right. Marie. Is it Mari or Marie? Because I went to say Mari. It's still like this how spirit works with me. Um, Newbie here, so welcome. Thank you for joining me. So just to let you know, honey, I tend to steer clear of mediumship readings on these live feeds only because of the lag that happens here, and it takes a while to get communications going back and forth with Facebook. And also, I don't answer medical or legal questions on live feeds. Okay, let's get started. Thank you, Kim. I look lovely in red. I love red. Red is such a power colour, and this is what I used to say to ladies all the time, because if you don't know my background, I do come from a corporate background, and I also I then did go on to become a professional photographer for 20 years, approximately 20 years, and I reinvented myself and started doing a lot of pin-up photography, where I used to empower women by dressing them in the pin-up style, doing their hair, doing their makeup, putting beautiful vintage lingerie on them and photographing these women. And that's how I've come about becoming the psychic pin-up. But what I'm getting at here with the whole red, I used to say to ladies all the time, red lipstick is your best friend. And and I used to have a lot of ladies just say, "Oh, red, the red, red, red." A lot of people are scared of red lipstick, but pop red lipstick on. It is amazing how it makes you feel when you put on some red lipstick, and how it really puts up brightens your face as well. It's just amazing. Try it. But thank you. All right, where are we? Let's get down here. So Vicky Price. I don't know what the yes please is for. You can let me know. Again, just be mindful that it's hard for me to scroll back and find other comments. So if you're adding comments on about something I'm talking about, can you just put in a bit of a quick what we're talking about, just so I know? Because otherwise, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So, Anne Ivor. Oh, okay, honey. I'm just going to go. Oh, okay. This is I'm doing you. I'm going to talk about this, but I need to talk about something else with you at the moment, because when I started reading your question, I've just all of a sudden had really, you saw that massive head spin. So I felt very, very lightheaded then. So can you relate to that, honey? Because I feel like there's something that's going on with you. Usually when I get head spins like that, it's possibly be to do around um, blood sugar, maybe not eating correctly, or blood pressure as well. So if you can just let me know that, it's gone as soon as I've acknowledged that. Like and share. Will I hear from my male friend, initial B, and does he want to stay friends? All right, okay. I'm just being shown here there has been changes there. Where you currently are at, I'm getting the circle that's turning, the wheel that's turning, and when I get shown that, that means that things are changing. There's changes that are happening then, but they're showing me here that you're very much, I want to say, stuck, and I say that with respect, stuck in your mindset. So I feel like there's a lot of thinking that's going on with you with this, honey. So what I'm going to say here, I do see that there will be communication again, but in the meantime, I'm going to ask you to get out of the mindset that you are in, because I'm feeling like a lot of this is really consuming a lot of your time, thoughts, and energy. They're talking about the energy. The energy needs to be changed here. So I'm going to ask you to do a little bit of cord cutting here and releasing it and getting it back to the universe with love. And more often than not, when we do um, get the energy back and release it, that's when they do tend to come back. But they're just acknowledging here that you need to do you. Again, I'm going to say today's thing is all about you doing you. It's and not worrying about other people. So please just take on board that. I am going to say yes, I do see it, but I'm not seeing it in the immediate future. I'm just being shown that there's things that you need to be working with you in the meantime, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, honey. Hope that helps you. Scroll down a little bit here. Oh, okay. It's funny because I'm being drawn to you, Kim, because they're saying this year's the year. This year is the year, they're saying. Now I'm getting picking up August with you, but I feel like August is also significant around celebrations with you. So I will acknowledge that. They're just giving me 2023 is your year. Now I'm just being shown here. There's been a lot of work you've been doing on yourself as well, and there's still more work that needs to be done. But I just feel it's a wonderful, wonderful thing with you. There's been so much patience. Have you been single for about 5 years, lovely? Because I feel like I need to acknowledge the last 5 years with you. But where you're at the moment, they're just saying you're sitting pretty at the moment. Everything's great. I just feel like you've got all your ducks in a row, and it's taken this time to finally settle down and get all the ducks in a row, and everything's all lined up. Now the love will come in. Okay, I am saying yes, there is a partner. I do feel like there is a partner coming in for you. Okay, who else have we got here? Let's see, we've got some feed. Oh, okay, I didn't realize I was so far up. Where are we? Where are we? Just bear with me, guys. Okay, those who've just jumped on, I do ask if you are specific with the questions. Just means I can get through. Please don't ask me for generals or what I see. I prefer to work with direct questions. Okay, you're welcome, lovely. Who was the other person I was just read there? Um, was it Anna? Anne? Anne, I have not heard from you, lovely, but if you can, okay, I don't even know if you're on board with us at the moment, but anyway. Okay. Oh, there's a big energy shift going on with you at the moment, Rebecca. They're just showing me you're waking up tired. Is that right, sweetheart? I'm being shown you're doing a lot of work on the 5D while you're sleeping. So if you can just take that on board as well. I would encourage you, if you find that's the case, just let the team know. And when I talk about your team, I talk about our guides, past loved ones, ancestors. When you go to bed for the night time, hop into bed and thank them for the day and everything that you've had and all your gratitude. and for your protection during the night. But if you're tired, just ask them. I don't want to work tonight. I just want to be left alone. They'll listen to you. Okay, so that's the guidance I'm going to give you with that. Now, also, as I'm speaking to you, I'm getting a nice big smell of lavender as well. So with the lavender, could quite possibly be to do with your sleep pattern. I know that lavender does help to relax us, help aids us with sleep. If that's the case, I would encourage you to go and get a little bit of lavender, maybe even put it into your pillow slip as well. So I'll leave that there for you. What else? Who else have we got here? Check my messages down here. So those who've just joined me, I do encourage you to go on over to my main page, which is the Psychic Pinup. I believe the link is there in the comment section somewhere. Let's see if I can see some questions come through on here. Just means I can see you more. I've got you on the phone down here on the Psychic Pinup. With my questions. There we go. What else have we got here? Okay. I hope that helps you, lovely. Where are we? Victoria, you got a bit of an essay happening. What's happening with you, lovely? I need some insight into a female friendship. Will her housemate leave soon, as she isn't awake to him being trouble? And should I keep trying with the friendship? Okay. Were you on when I was speaking at the beginning about people dropping off out of our lives and people not resonating with us this year? If not, what I was saying, this year is all about setting boundaries. This year is all about you doing you and making you happy. And I said with that there will become a lot of dropping off of people. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a falling out, but it just means that people are no longer serving you in your life, if that makes sense. And people come and go for a reason, season, a blessing or a lesson. And I feel like that this is what's happening with you here, honey. You can't make people change. Okay, you've got to understand that your female friend, this is her journey, and you've got a journey as well. And what I'm seeing here is that you've you've come to the end of this journey here, and we're at a fork in the road here. And you are, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I continue on this path with this journey with my friend, or do I go separately here? Where I'm sitting at today, I'm seeing you actually going off and doing your own thing. It doesn't mean that you're having a falling out and you hate this person and you don't talk. It just means that you're not operating on that same vibration level. And and if you were on that at the beginning, that's when I was saying to people, we do attract more people into our life who are operating on the same vibration level. Yeah, okay. But this is something that you need to let her work out for herself, okay? And I know from experience, the more you say something to somebody, the more they're going to resist it. So I'm just being shown she can be a little bit stubborn too. So, and that's what you're going to be dealing with. So I'd say let her find out things her own way. Okay, she's not going to listen to you, honey. Okay, so I'll leave that there. What else up here? You're welcome, lovely. Okay, again, people are just jumping on asking about medicals and that. I cannot answer medical or legal questions on live feed. Okay, Jillian, Jillian. Okay, I need to bring this up. Again, I was just saying to people, I'm not really doing mediumship readings. But as I saw yours, as I step forward, I've got a female that's coming forward. It's not you, it's one of these other people very close in this here that I've seen. So Joe, Victoria, Vicky, I've got a female coming forward, and to do with her head. So I'm getting little pains in my head. So usually that brings my attention to something was going on up here with them before the passing. So it could have been forgetful or I'm picking up a stroke or something because I'm feeling like I'm having trouble looking out with my eyesight. I'm having trouble with, particularly behind one of my eyes. And I need to bring that up. So if you can relate to that person, I'm more than happy to bring that information through. Okay, I'm feeling I'm picking up a this is to do with somebody's mother or grandmother. I feel like they're very very close to this person. Okay, so I'll leave that there. You can let me know while I move on. But that person is with me. Okay, Tony. Hello, how are you, lovely? Do you see me moving this year, or do you see things being resolved? Okay, right. I see that there's been so many disappointments around you. Uh, okay, if you're not already at this point, um, uh, presently, it's not too far off. I am being shown that there is a either finances coming in or an offer. It's something that's making it doable for you to do this. But the thing is, I feel like when you move, it's going to be very sudden. So if you're planning for a few months down the track, I'm going to encourage you to make sure you've got everything sorted now because I feel like there's this opportunity that will be coming up for you that you need to move quite quickly. All right, so I will leave that one there, but I will say yes, I do see a move, but I feel like it's going to be quite quickly. More, I'm picking up the word sudden, sudden, and that's why I would encourage you to make sure that everything's in order. Okay, because I don't want you missing out on this. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you, honey. Okay. Anne-Marie. Okay, hello, Anne-Marie. My mother passed, was going blind in an eye. Yeah, does she have an issue with her? Was she going blind because of pressure behind her eye? Because that's what I'm picking up. There's pressure and there's a little bit of pain at the same time. So I do feel a little bit lightheaded with this. So that's I need to bring that up and I need to acknowledge that. What else have we got here? Yep. Okay. You're welcome, lovely. Hey, Joe. Hello, Joe. Right. Will your home sell this month? Okay. I'm not picking up this month, lovely. I believe that there's somebody lurking around. Is that right? Looking at it, or trying to offer a ridiculous price, or trying to pull a Swifty, or if not, just be aware of that. They could have possibly been that person in the past. They've still got the eye on the place. If that's the case, they're saying still got their eye on that place. I'm picking up three, number three. So if you're not familiar with me, the way I read when I get numbers, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, the month of March. Okay, but I'm I'm feeling March. It could be even 3 weeks. Okay, so let's say from mid-February onwards, around about then, that's when I'll pick up for you. I hope that helps you. Awesome. Okay, so Jillian, right, thank you. Okay, I see. I don't know if you've sent me another message further back. I'm right down the bottom of the page here, lovely. So, um, I'm sitting in a hospital. I'm not sitting. I'm lying in a bed in a hospital. That makes any sense to you. Okay. I feel like she did pass in the hospital, and I do need to acknowledge this pressure on the back of my eye here. Right, I felt like I was losing part of my eyesight. Okay, what else? A lot of people moving home. See, it seems to be this year is the year for new starts, new everything. Yeah. Okay, Anne-Marie, you think it's your mum coming through. Mum passed in hospital, lovely. Okay, because this is the thing. The other bits and pieces I'm getting at the same time. This is really random, and but at the same time, I also say this is cliche as well, and I try to stick with things like this. But I need to acknowledge a pie or a baking, because I'm being shown in particular a crusty, something that's been homemade as well. She's also bringing through that there was a baking that went on over Christmas, or baking that should have gone on, usually goes on, didn't go on, and bringing up other traditions that needs to come back. Okay. Okay, what else is she saying? Okay. I'm also picking up the name very quickly. Tar, tar, Tara. Okay. And who is Karen as well, please, lovely? These are the names I'm picking up. And have you got a 14-year-old or somebody that's around about 14 as well? And I'm also picking up who had the diabetes, because I'm also picking up somebody's around the family has got the diabetes. I feel like they're not looking after themselves when they should be as well. Get back to me with that. Okay. All right, Renee. Hello, lovely. How are you? Going through a challenging situation there. Someone would love a reading, please. Will it smooth out? Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Um, this is what I'm going to encourage you, because this is the thing. Okay, I'm hearing the word gaslight. Okay? They're showing me you're very intuitive, and you're quite switched on, and you know things. And I feel like somehow along the mix here, you brought things up, and I'm being shown the whole gaslighting thing. Now, those who are not familiar with that word, gaslighting is when somebody else tries to take away your reality. They call you crazy, or they try to correct you to make you look like you're going crazy, or you're forgetting things. That's what I'm saying. Gaslighting. I feel like you are quite intuitive. I feel like you come out and say things, and you're being gaslit by people or somebody, or a certain person. And I feel like that's the person I need to be talking about. Okay. I feel like with this person that the rug is just being, I feel like the rug's being pulled out from under your feet. That's what I call the towel moment. And everything's sudden. I feel like you've not been able to catch your breath with this, or feel like you're not being heard by people or being justified. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm seeing that this is going to continue for a little bit again. I am picking up an element of deceit, sneakiness around you, if that makes sense as well. And I feel like that this will continue going on for another couple of months or a couple of weeks at least. Okay. Now they're showing me here, picking up the number 8. Is this a family member? Or if they're not family, they're close enough that you would consider them family as well. So I'm picking up the number 8 here. So 8, it's not 8 days, 8 weeks. So just remember, I'll get time frame saved. There's an 8 involved with this. Okay, so that's when I see that there'll be some sort of smoothing out. Okay, so I'll leave that there for you. What else have we got here? Okay, what else are we? Okay, that's all right, lovely. There's somebody else on here that will fit that bill. Somebody else can come through with that. Again, I'm not seeing all the comments, so I can't get back, and it's hard to scroll back with a lot. Oh, absolutely, princess. I've been having weird dreams this week, but can't remember them. And I'm waking, I've been decluttering my life on paper. Is spirit preparing me for something to come? Absolutely lovely. Now, this is what I always encourage people. This is how I start off with my journey with the journaling, and that's why I always encourage people to have journals and frequently write in them. Now, I used to get up in the morning and before I even used to open my eyes, I used to lie there and think, what did I dream about? Because I knew as soon as I opened my eyes and I'd see things around my room, I'd get distracted and I'd forget my dreams. So I got in the habit of recalling and replaying the dream in my mind before I opened my eyes, and then I would get up and write it down in my journal. And I feel like that is what will happen with you. Okay. Yes, I will say yes, you are being prepared. Now I'm picking up a March for you, so I feel like that energetically there will be a shift for you around about March. Okay. Now, as I'm feeling more into that, I feel like there's decisions around education or some sort of further learning that's coming on board for you, and that's why I feel like that there will be. That's why we've got this decluttering that's happening for you. Okay, but I just see a whole shift energetically for you, and I feel like it's starting now, but I feel like the most of it will be around about March for you. Okay. Thanks for sending the stars, but I don't have anything to do with the stars. I don't. I don't benefit from them in any way. Anyway, they go to spiritual events. That's I don't benefit from them. But thank you for doing that. Um, so if you can let me know something specific, that's why I was saying to people, please don't ask me for generals or what I can see. I work best, or I prefer to work with direct questions when I do live feeds, just so I can get through a lot more. Okay, so Michaela, you're patiently trying to get my attention. Lovely. I'm a tough, independent, broad, bust my feet. I get through anything. Been in a huge rut. Things going to start looking up for me and my boys. Okay. Yes, my lovely. Okay. I'm picking up the Aries season for you. That's when the changes will happen. So Aries is mid March through to mid April for you. I feel like there is going to be an offer that's coming in for you in a good way. It's something new, completely different altogether. And while we're talking about this, I feel like I need to talk about the love life as well. Okay, so you're going to tell me that you are single, you're not in a relationship. Is that correct? Because I do see that there is an offer that's coming for you as well. So I feel like you're going to be hit with a bit of a double whammy. I think all of a sudden you'll find that this energy shift, that all of a sudden like, the doors have opened, the floods happened, and everything all happens at once. And then you'll be back here again asking me questions about, oh, this stuff that did. It's all good. Good. And I always say, I just see you being quite busy as well, and with these changes that's coming up around you. And I don't want you to stress about it when you get really busy, because I feel like there's going to be a point here where you feel like you can't catch your breath and your head's spinning. But I want you to look at the positive side of this and say, love it, absolutely love it. Because for me, when I'm so busy and I've got so much going on, I'm actually more productive. And I always say to people, diamonds are produced under pressure. And that's what I feel like this is what's going to be happening with you. Okay, but it's all good. It's exciting. So I hope that helps you. Okay, who else have we got? Okay, just let me have a look those. Okay, so Gayleen, I know you're a follower of me. Thank you. You always comment on my daily messages that I put up. So thank you. I'm glad that I'm happy that I can give these messages to people. I'm happy that a lot of people can resonate with the daily messages that I do put up. And this is the thing, when I put those messages up, I'm actually literally drawn to what deck I need to go to that day. So I've got, I always make a joke that I could open up a shop with all the tarots and oracle cards that I have, and I don't even really use them when I do readings, but it's like I like to collect them. Now, when I'm talking about these messages, I will literally get drawn to a deck that I need to go to, and I'll shuffle the cards until one flips out. And that is the message that I have for the collective for that day. So that's how those messages come about. But thank you for following me. Now, your question is, I usually miss your live feed due to work homesick today. That's a good thing. You see any changes coming in my work or messages? Okay. Right. Find me here. There's going to be another offer that's coming for you. This is the thing. I'm picking up. Okay, I feel like the first 6 months for you is still status quo. I don't see much happening around changes, but and bear in mind, I have no idea what sort of work that you do, but I need to explore a new role that's coming. So I feel like there's a whole new role or a new something of that nature that's coming in for you, and and I feel like that this will be offered to you. Now, again, in terms of timings, okay, I'm not seeing it until around about August though. That's why I just feel like not much between now and end of financial year, but I feel like there's changes after the end of that financial year, start of the new financial year will change around about August there for you. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Hope that helps you. Hello, New Zealand. I am going to be there in the end of March. Looking forward to that. Rita, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Is a Capricorn's intention towards me real or any hidden agenda motive? Okay, I don't work well with star signs. I generally know just vaguely what their personality traits are with star signs, but I'm not an astrologist, so I work off the energy that I'm feeling. I just get straight from these guys. I just feel this way. But when I get those sort of questions, honey, I always somehow put it back onto you as well because you would not be asking me this question if you didn't have red flags. And this is why I always encourage people to go back and to trust what they are feeling inside their intuition. Okay, so please look into that. This person, I'm picking up a number 3 around this person. So has it been only for 3 weeks or for 3 months that they've been like in your field orbiting? I always make a joke because a girlfriend of mine's made up this joke that they orbit the orbiting. And how long have they been in your orbit? Because I'm picking up the number 3 here, and I'm just seeing that you just want a nice, happy, stable family life where I'm picking up the word routine, and I feel like that's very important for you to have routine and to know what's what. And, in other words, no surprises. Okay, but the thing is, what I'm picking up here, and I'm putting this back onto you, is that I see a moving on with you. Okay, I just feel like where I'm at, you're just like, yep, no, I'm moving on. Okay, so just take that on board here. And with that, I'm picking up the number 10, so 10 days, 10 weeks. I feel like it's in 10 days. That's when you're like, you know what, too many red flags, and I'm going to be doing something about that. Okay, so um, I will leave that there. Okay, so what's he say? 3 weeks we are not in contact yet. So that's why I've got the orbiting. Okay, I feel like you're just going to get to the point and think, yeah, move on and look at other options. Okay, but I think you already know that, and you just wanted me to confirm it. So that's why I always encourage people to go with your gut feelings, and also get spirit to give you signs as well. Like if this person is meant to be in your life, ask spirit to show you something. Make up an object and say you need to see it. Give me some signs. Okay. So you are welcome, lovely. I hope that's helped you. Okay. Hello, Britt. How are you? Trying to support my father very sick. Yeah. Now, this is when I always say to people, I don't tell people when people pass. It's just one of those things. Um, but I'm just being shown there's quite a lot of activity going on around here, and it, they're showing me, they're talking to me about. I feel like there's he's having conversations, and it's like he's talking to somebody. So um, go with the flow there. I'm just being shown here. Okay. Honey, is your mum in spirit as well? Because there's female I'm talking to. Female. You can let me know that. Okay. So um, what's the yes for? See, I don't know because I can't go back. And half the time when I deliver, I can't remember what I've said. So I'm being shown here discussions, talking, and I'm being shown there's a female there on the other side who's talking to. Okay, so I need to acknowledge that. Okay, so what Lynn was his partner. I don't understand. Okay, so again, if you give me a little snippet, I can't go back and look at things. So it's this person in spirit because he's talking to another person that I feel like he's had a relationship with in spirit. Okay, and I have to acknowledge that. And this person is now here telling me this is what's going on. So she's, in other words, he's in good hands, and that's what you need to know. That's the comfort that you need to know, that is he's in good hands. Okay. Also, this person that's coming through, also coming back to you, lovely. I know this is going a little bit off track, but talking to me about not getting proper vegetable adequate intake. I know that's really random, so I don't know if this indicates what sort of personality that she had, but I give you everything that they give to me as well. Okay, so who have we got here? So Lynn was his partner. Okay, like a mother figure, his partner. Okay, this is who he's having conversations with. Okay, so just understand he's in good hands. Okay, okay, and don't go putting a lot of pressure on yourself, sweetheart. Okay, okay, I'll leave that there, sweetheart. Because again, when I do a lot of mediumship readings, it's the delays and waiting for confirmation validations can take quite a long time. Okay, so you are welcome, lovely. All right. Now, also bear in mind, everybody, I do private readings, and these are just snippets of what I do on live feeds. And you'll see there across the screen, psychicpinup.setmore.com. That is where you can book a private reading with me if you would like to. I operate out of a little shop in Wollongong. It's about an hour south of Sydney. And if you can't get to me, I do travel around New South Wales. I also go to Melbourne. I also go to Brisbane. I will be in New Zealand at the end of March in Christchurch. But if you can't get to any of those places, I also do Zoom readings. So I do have availabilities next week for appointments at Port Kembla and also for Zoom readings. People who are in Canberra, I'm actually going to be in Canberra next Saturday, the 28th of January. I'm reading for the day, doing private readings, and I am taking bookings for that now. I'm also doing a platform show, a mediumship, psychic and mediumship show with Linda Yusuf on Saturday, the 18th of February at the Vault. It's a private club in Port Kembla. Tickets are now on sale for that. Also, great night. We always have a lot of fun on stage with all of our audience. And then I will be in Brisbane at the Mind Body Spirit Festival at the end of February, and I'm taking bookings for that now. So if you are in Brisbane and you'd like a private reading with them, again, I encourage people to go over to my main page, which is the Psychic Pin-Up. I need to see on Facebook comments and inbox me with that, and I can give you some more information. Okay, and next, so it seems to be the day for movings and for house sellings and new starts. Okay, Annette, I've got absolutely no idea where you are in the world, but I've been shown here and just keep the reduction, price reduction, price reduction. So I'm assuming it is on the market now. Thank you. And they're talking to me. I don't know if the number 50 or 50,000 means anything to you. But I need to acknowledge that, whether that needs to be the reduction in price, 50,000 is a 5 there, maybe 5,000, something of that nature to get it over the line here. But I am saying yes, it will sell. I do see a moving on. I'm picking up the number 6 with that. So I don't feel like it's going to be in 6 days, 6 weeks. Either way, if it's not 6 weeks, it'll be by June. So that's what I'm picking up for you. So if you are in NZ, whereabouts in NZ are you? Whereabouts? So I've got no idea about property market over there. Okay, and then we've got also, will I move? Will I move this year? Yeah, I'm picking up yes. Okay, and again, I'm picking up something to do around June, July for me, lovely. Okay. Yeah, June, July, I'm picking up that there's some sort of moving on with you. Um, this is where I also need to explore. I feel like you're going to be moving back to somewhere where you originally were, not same house or the same dwelling, but the same area. So, do you understand what I'm talking about? You're not in the area, but I feel like there's a move to another area, and it's going back to somewhere where you've been before. And I'm picking up June, July around that for you. You're welcome, lovely. Okay. I hope you understand that. We've got here. Okay. I'm going to say, without doing mediumship readings, a lot of people ask me this when I do private mediumship readings, are they okay? And I'm always going to say, yes, they are, 100%. Um, any pain or that they were experiencing prior to passing, I can promise you no longer have it, no longer. Any feelings, if there was any anger there, guilt there, sadness with this person prior to passing, and that, they no longer have it. Okay, they want nothing but the best for you. Okay, so you need to understand that because I'm also picking up that there is an element of guilt here with you. I feel like there's something there that you feel like you are not worthy of. It's quite funny actually. Worthy of being happy. That makes sense. And he's here to make you let you know that he's at peace and he wants you to be happy. Okay. And just trying to get some more information from you with this. So this was cancer related, was it lovely? I feel like I need to bring that up. There was an illness with that. But I will tell you, yes, definitely more than 100% they are at peace. This is with anybody that crosses over. Yeah. Okay. Apologise for that. It might be something to do with your internet, lovely, unless somebody else, if everybody else is experiencing that internet connections. Hey, I just forgot. So Ward, I know that you've been trying to get my attention as well. I've been astro traveling since recently when I go to bed. Always when I have these astro travels, I go to the same place every time it's on a spaceship and I have these weird experience there. Okay. That's not really my forte when I bring spirit through and pass on messages and I look into what's going on around people's lives. But I get what you're saying. You need to honour that lovely. And there's other people who are more experienced when it comes to astral travel. That's their forte, and that's when I was talking at the beginning. I remember doing a reading with somebody at the beginning as well about 5D. That they wake up tired because they've been working on 5D, and this is what I feel like is happening with you as well. Now, you can get your team in here, and you can ask your team to protect you, and you don't want to be doing any work. Okay, so you do get a good night's sleep. Okay, but I totally get what you're talking about, lovely. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was sudden. Okay, so again, sweetheart, the guilt and that, please. Okay, it's time. You just said it's time. 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 Block of the heart. Okay. Do you like his music by any chance? Because I've got songs playing in my head now. So, and this is really random because I think a lot of people are going to laugh at this, but I've got time, Clock of the Heart playing, which is a culture club song. So I feel like you need to go and put it on or download it or listen to it. So it's time, Clock of the Heart. Okay. Now I have just come up to 2 o'clock. I'm only on here until 2 p.m. on the spiritual events directory. If I didn't get back to you, if I did not get to you today or this afternoon, please, I am back on my main page this evening on the Psychic Pinup. And I would encourage you to go and like the page as well, and you get notifications when I do go live. Now, I'm on again this evening at 8 p.m. So it's just gone 2 p.m. now at Sydney time, and I'm on 8 p.m. Sydney time, which is 6 hours from now. So if I didn't get back to you, I will see you again this evening at 6 p.m. So stay safe. I'll be back later on. Okay, see you later. Bye.